What's going on, guys? So, I've made it pretty clear. I don't like HOAs, okay? I never will. I think it's just really stupid. And I know some people justify it by saying, well, you know, they do this, that, and the other. They keep, like, our property values up, blah, 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 blah. That's fine, okay, if that's what you want to say. I'm going to say that I don't care. All right, I really don't. If you bought a property, it's your property. I don't care if you burn the house down, okay? As long as it don't infect other people and you're not doing insurance scams or whatever, I don't care. It's your property. You did what you want. All right, I think anybody that owns their property, it's fine. It doesn't matter to me. If you paint your entire house rainbow colored, it is what it is. You decided to do it. It may look gaudy, but whatever. You did what you want to do. It's your property. Okay, HOAs, if your grass is too tall, they'll try to hit you. If your mower broke and you couldn't cut said grass but it made it too tall, they're going to hit you. I think stuff like that's really dumb. I think enforcing anything that makes you have to, abide by these small little, abuse of power mindseted people, I think it's just really dumb. But the reason why I want to talk about this, I found a video that has been circulating a little bit, which I believe is actually several years old, but still, nonetheless, it really represents why I hate HOAs, okay? Now, the video in question, in the comment section, stuff like that, I was looking at the back and forth, was saying that was satire. Now, I looked up the area, which is Auburn, and it's not satire. It was an actual thing they tried to enforce. Now, luckily they didn't, but this is the type of stuff where HOAs will try to overstep their boundaries. And I think it's really dumb. It has to do with keeping your garage door open. Now, if anybody has their own private property and you have a garage door, the whole point of having the garage doors is keep them closed so everybody else can politely fuck off. It's nobody's business. And when you open it and they can take it, kind of take a peek, that is what it is. But the whole point is to keep things enclosed privately. Protect it for whatever reason. Rain, sleet, sticky fingers, whatever it is. That's the whole point of it. A garage is to be enclosed for whatever your purpose is. If you have an open-ended garage with no doors, that's your prerogative. That's your thing. But if you have doors, I don't see why anybody should be able to tell you what the hell you're supposed to do with those doors.
9-year-old Jason is concerned.
It's just, I just think it's going to get all stolen,
This sheet of paper is the cause for the concern. A list left earlier this week by Homeowners Association of Auburn Greens that mandates leaving garage doors up from 8 to 4 Monday through Friday. For every home like Jason's that is following the new rule, there are plenty of others that are not, like Shalia.
I have nothing to hide. I understand somebody had people living in the garage. I don't. I am following the rules. All I'm asking is a reasonable way of going around this.
I'm trying to wrap my head around the whole there was somebody living in a garage thing. I assume it was just probably a buddy. I hope it wasn't some homeless person. But usually, if somebody's living in a garage, first off, it's your property, okay? Every room is usable. Does not matter. I know somebody right now, their garage is their man cave, okay? It's their party room. It's where they can open it up, everybody can go in, it's the biggest space, and they don't have to, clutter up the house. I know plenty of people that use their garage as a party room, okay? It's for smoking. It's for all sorts of things, just to keep everybody from inside the house. And it's directly connected to the outside. So you can smoke and boom, there's a fire. It's pretty simple. It's pretty easy. So outside of that, if you use it as a spare room for a buddy to come crash because you don't have an extra room, what's the problem? I'm trying to fathom this. What does it matter that somebody was living in the garage? If that is what their purpose is. Somebody was living in the garage. We don't like that. Everybody has to show us all their stuff. We got to make sure there's nobody living here. In what clown world is that okay? That still doesn't make sense to me. It is your property. It's your garage. Anybody you want living in there is fine. If you think they're doing something illegal, I don't know, call the fucking cops.
Residents say a $200 fine and an administrative hearing are the potential punishment for keeping the door down. But for some, paying the fine may be worth avoiding a burglary. A call to the Homeowners Association for Auburn Greens wasn't returned, and the office was closed during the hours it had posted as opened. As some residents seem to be testing how open the garage needs to be, regardless of the choice to keep the door up or down, many residents share a common disdain for the rule.
I hope it does change. I hope it does.
So I'm going to go ahead and say this. I'm going to quote a friend of mine that, was about the only wise thing he ever said. Was the reason why you keep your doors locked is to keep an honest man honest. Same thing with the garage door being shut. It's so you're not a quick lick. All right. It's when somebody is looking for something just to make $5. You don't have to worry about it being you. Now, sometimes you have more valuables, obviously, in a garage. But if you have it closed, everything locked up, if somebody's coming by just to test the waters to see if they can get in somewhere, not so much so they can get in and rob you blind, But like I said, honest man, honest. They may be trying to look for a quick fix, whether it be for alcohol or food. You know, you keep yourself from being that victim. It could be anything that's not monetary value to yourself. Say your front door is unlocked. Somebody's able to just walk in and see a DVD collection. Those DVDs may not be worth a whole lot. But say, like, I have a copy of Milo and Otis. Very controversial film, but it meant a lot to me sentimental-wise because it was a film me and my grandmother watched a lot. My grandmother was very dear to me. And if that was gone, it would hurt me. All right. I think you can still get copies on Amazon, which is where I think I bought it off there. I bought it off Walmart, bargain bin. But it's one of those movies that I've seen be available, not available, just because of the controversy behind it. But still, if somebody came in and made $5 off that, yeah, it was good for them, but it hurt my feelings a little bit. Keep my door locked. Honest man, honest. If somebody's going to break that door down to steal something, they're going to break the door down. That's the whole point of keeping garages shut, doors locked, is for the simple, small-time thief. They're usually not trying to hurt anybody, and to really keep them from making you a target or a victim, just keep your fucking door locked and keep your garage door shut. Pretty simple. Those parameters keep people like that away. So, yeah, that's one of the big reasons why I don't like HOA is because of stuff like this. Now, they back down. Now, the place that they were talking about is called Auburn Greens, which was in California. And the thing about it was that was what they were trying to push. The exact details I didn't look into because I just think the whole premise was just fucking stupid. But like the lady said, somebody living in it could have been probably part of the reason, blah, blah, blah. And like I said, I don't care. It's a room. It's something, if you can put some form of AC in it or a heater, you got somebody that can live in there, okay? It's another room for somebody to crash on. Like I was mentioning, I know people that have it like that. They have couches in there. If I wanted to crash somebody, at somebody's house, which would be the same said person, I would use their garage. Pretty simple. They have an air conditioner they can plug in, and it sits pretty nice to where it can keep that room cool. And in the wintertime, they would have a heater. I'm always welcome. I would live in that garage. If they lived in an HOA area like that, I'd be fucked, okay? Sometimes you go on hard times and somebody has an available room, and it could be the garage. Boom, there you go. You have somewhere to sleep. I don't see the problem. Like I said, it's their property. Who gives a shit? I hate it when people want to try to do these HOA things like, well, you know what? Nobody should be living in that in that garage because it makes them look more, I don't know, trailer trash, however you want to put it, garbage, a human being. To me, it's just somebody trying to make ends meet, and somebody opened up their garage. There you go. It's a room, 4 walls. You don't have to get rained on. You don't have to get snowed on. You don't have to get in, you don't have to worry about it. You can sleep here. Everything's good. Just treat it like a room the best you can. You're trying to make ends meet. But I'm pretty sure everybody, I'm hoping, is on the same page as me, okay? If you're not, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, HOAs, I believe, are the devil. They're terrible. They just try to, I don't know. I think they're on a power trip almost more than cops are 90% of the time, because they're just people that just like they can't, really enforce laws. So they decide to make all these little mandates and garbage rules so they can feel like they're empowered and they can tell you what to do because, to be honest, they're miserable with their life and they want some kind of unification and something to be controlling over. And I believe that is what HOA is for, but you know what? I don't care. I don't like them. I never will. And I will never move into a place that has an HOA. But yeah, that's all I could say. Y'all have a good one.